Hey, what's going on, folks? Chris Denny with Denny's Country Life. So I wanted to do a very long overdue video on the new Holland H6740 mower that I picked up. So this is a 6-disc and it has an 8-foot cut and swath, and it's in pretty dang good shape. It's a very low hour machine. So I guess just to kind of tell you guys a little bit about it, it came from the lower part of Washington State, and it was always kept inside. The guy always took real good care of it. He said he greased it before every time he used it. Like I said, it was kept inside, and he was the second owner. The guy before him did the same and actually barely used the thing. So according to him, this thing has less than 1,000 bales on it, which is that's a pretty low number, or 1,000 round bales, all things considered. I can tell by looking at the cutter bar that is true. Look how much paint is left on those hats, guys. This is nice. This is really nice. So there was a lot more paint on the cutter bar before I pressure washed it. So I don't typically pressure wash my my implements. I only do so when they really need it, and this one really needed it. So it is clean. It was kept pretty clean. The guy did pressure wash it at the end of the season, but he missed quite a few spots. So anyhow, cool thing about this cutter bar, a lot of you guys probably know this. So most cutter bars these days are still 2-piece. There's still 2 plates, and in order to replace any broken gears or replace wore-out bearings, you do have to split the case. Not all of them are like that. I think there's another brand, I can't remember who it was, that, if I've read correctly, New Holland kind of took this idea from. I could be wrong about that. Please correct me if I am. As far as I know, New Holland's one of the only ones that has this style of cutter bar where it's truly modular. So in between the two hats there's these 2 giant bolts. You remove those and you can separate any section that you need off of this, and each individual cutter head has its own gear pod, and this gear pod, it's individual unit with its own oil bath. They have their own dipstick, so you can see that guy right there. And yeah, so if you hit a well casing like my buddy Kyle did, or you hit a stump or a rock, you don't have to replace the whole cutter bar, and you don't have to split the cutter bar. With the individual oil bath pods, if something does get badly screwed up, it will not contaminate the rest of the bar. So that was one of the reasons that I went with the New Holland. I was this close. I was so close to buying a Kuhn. It was a newer Kuhn. I think it was, well, to me newer. I think it was like an 07 or an 08. Just about 20 miles away from where this one was. This one definitely has less wear on it. It hasn't seen quite as many acres as the Kuhn. I was, you know, I was just about to call that guy. I truly wanted the New Holland, and not just because I have a beautiful New Holland tractor, but because of that cutter bar system. And so yeah, anyhow, guys, that's the mower, and I'm very pleased with it. Cleaned up good. I should be able to mow pretty dang fast with it. I've hooked up to it twice now for moving it around, and so far it's been pretty easy to hook up to. I don't, you know, unhooking from it was a little bit of a pain, and that's kind of normally the case. With the drum mower that I had before, hooking up to it was never really too bad, but disconnecting from it kind of sucked. And I'm sure that this won't really be any different. Maybe once I get to know it a little bit better, that won't be the case. But for now, guys, wanted to give you an update on the mower, show you what I'll be using for the season. We're really looking forward to getting out in the field. It should be an early hay season. So, show you guys something here. We got grass growing like crazy. So obviously this is in the shade, it's going to grow a little bit better, but the this is unusual. We're not supposed to have this by March 30th. A little unusual, but that's what we have. They're not forecasting very much rain for the next 3 weeks. We're looking at maybe just a couple of days. Normally, we'll get a couple of warm days in April. We'll get what we're getting right now in the mid 60s and sometimes even in the lower 70s. And then it goes away and it just starts raining again. This year, look, it's looking to be a little bit drier than usual. So, with that being said, we're going to have an early hay season and an early end to the hay season. I don't irrigate, so I'm willing to bet, guys, if things keep up the way that they are, I will be done with hay season in June, which is going to be kind of weird. The rule of thumb used to be you don't make hay until July 4th. July 4th was always when everybody was out getting their first cut done, and things have been a little bit different lately, and you know, things change. It could be this way for 10 more years, and then it could go right back to the July 4th thing. So things change, there's nothing you can do about it. You just got to roll with the punches. If it is an early and short hay season, then that means hay is going to be worth a lot, and that I need to take as much ground as I possibly can. So that's what I'm going to try and do. Lately, with work being the way that it is, I've been on the road for 3 out of the last 4 weeks. And that's, it's been a little bit tough for me. I have another couple of pretty big jobs coming up that's going to require a similar amount of time away from home. So I'll be closer to home for the second half of it, but that's, you know, that's just kind of that. Hopefully it doesn't interfere with hay season. Frankly, my job's more important. I need to have that. I farm on the side, and I'm a mechanic, fabricator for a living. So anyway, guys, getting pretty excited. Nice to get some warm weather. For those of you that still have snow, I hope that goes away for you. That one hen, she just will not shut up. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Take good care. We'll catch you on the next video.